we were taught as children, never let anyone put their hands on you, particularly a white person, right? You must never let anyone put their foot on your body, ever. Now, by the same token, we were taught every Sunday that Christ turned the other cheek, and that he was in fact nailed to the cross and never said a mumbling word, right? So, what is the message that we're being given?
Inspired by Tom's resistance to...
Okay, rest check. You guys, I want to ask you a question. Since we've been working on it, has your feelings about this particular character changed at all? Remember the day in UCLA we were talking about, and my position was that Tom was a martyr, but he was a lie. He was made up kind of character, and some people said that, well, you thought he was like Martin Luther King or
that biography, which was interesting to me, that it was somebody discussing Harriet Beecher's view of Uncle Tom and likened it now to how you might think of a Martin Luther King, passive resistance, or a Mahatma Gandhi.
Most black people despise Uncle Tom.
Most black people have
because of that faith, that blind faith that he had.
But I don't think most black people, I would say most people even really know what Uncle Tom was.
There are a lot of black people that have never read the book.
Right.
Right? So they don't know all the intricacies. But the fact that Tom could be trusted to do all these different things and not take his freedom, that's the main thing that most black people see.
They object to.
And that's the thing that they object to.
But it is, I think it was motivated not to move. I mean, I can see why black people would really hate his character because he didn't stand up, but I think it was written because white people are the people who were enslaving black people. It was written to make white people wake up and see what they were doing to other human beings.
But a lot of it shows like this, I don't know if you want to say strength, but the fact that he was almost like, he was beaten to death and he never gave in. He never gave up his idea of what freedom was, his idea of what faith was. He never gave up. Like, I see the side that you say that black people should hate the Uncle Tom character.
No, I didn't say they should, but they do.
But, well, I don't know. I think you should, like, speak for yourself.
What you just witnessed is a segment from a DVD called Dancing to the Promised Land. It's a video about the creation of a monumental work of dance and theater around 1993, where choreographer and director Bill T. Jones really put to the task an expression of the intersectionality of his identity as a gay man and as a black man, the history and his dealing with the loss of his lover to AIDS and his equating AIDS with the book of Job. And if you ever get a chance to see this, I don't know if he'll ever produce it again, but it is one of the most moving experiences I've ever had in the theater. The reason I chose this segment was, first of all, because I come from the world of dance, and it is an expression of that. And the other thing is the very last moment of that segment, a dancer by the name of Andrea Woods corrects another dancer and rap artist, his name is R. Justice Allen, and says, "I think you should speak for yourself," and then grabs his arm. My research has been around that grab of the arm. A kind of movement that I have found to be prevalent, and I've experienced a lot myself in a way that has me really questioning why. And I have actually given it a name inspired by Michael Wesch's book, The Art of Being Human. The assignment under linguistics to create a word that doesn't exist but should. The word is arm descension, a combination of arm and condescension. A grabbing of the arm or a poking of the arm, usually following an insult, as if to say, "I'm just kidding," when actuality, you're insulting them even more by touching them without permission. I started to notice this was happening a lot to me, and I struggled with how to deal with it. Went to a supervisor and said, "I'm disturbed at how," and it was usually women, "how some women in this department are touching me." And he just thought it was weird and really wouldn't do anything about it. I really started to think about this and notice it, and started calling people on it, and I'm researching it for this project. I found that in the state of Kansas, if you touch someone without their permission, and it is a kind of touch that is condescending or rude or somehow degrading, it is illegal. It is called battery. And even in the definitions of harassment that I found, it is not right to touch someone in the workplace without permission. And yet, I have found this to be common experience. I have seen it happen to others. I confronted someone once who was apologizing to me for it because she said, she knew, I know you don't like this, I just want to take responsibility. And I had to ask her why. Why me? I don't see you touching other people this way. And she said, because you're gay. Most people, when I talk about this, say, I think this has something to do with your orientation. So one woman I confronted on this, she said, no, the arm is okay. It's okay to touch the arm. And I just want to say the arm is not okay. No touch is all right if it is not permissioned. And I love touch. I love to be hugged. I love to dance. I love to salsa, swing dance, waltz, polka. There are all kinds of places where touch is nurturing, massage work. And all of these are contracts into which you enter, into which people agree. And they have rules. So I just want to leave you with the idea that it's a good idea to ask before you touch.